Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick, and today what we're going to do, we're going to make pineapple fried rice with a bit of curry powder. Right, this dish is a bit of a crossover. It's a crossover between Malaysian and Thai, but it's absolutely fantastic. It's easy to make because it's fried rice, and the main job is actually shelling out the pineapple to make a pineapple bowl. So that is our first job, so let's crack on and do that. Right guys, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to cut through the bottom of this pineapple towards the top. And I want to leave the leaves on the top. I want that for display, so we're going to come in here, nice and steady. Obviously we don't want to cut our hands. And we want to take this up towards the top. So I'll take that out of there, and then what we do then, we'll come down here. In fact, we'll come down on an angle to where we've cut. And that should be the top of our pineapple off. So that's the top of our pineapple off, guys. Very juicy. All we've got to do now, we've got to take out the inside of the pineapple. So we'll put this to one side, and then we'll take the inside of this pineapple out. So what we need to do, we have to be very careful, and we have to cut round and cut across so we can actually take it out. Now we don't want to go too far down because it's going to come through the skin. So nice and steady then. Let's just take it down through the core, and then we're going to take it on a slight angle, trying to follow the contours of the pineapple. So it's very easy really, we just have to be a bit careful. And then what we're going to do, we're cutting across. Nice and gently. We don't need to rush this job. And then what we'll do, guys, we'll come down the top. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to cut down there alongside the core. Nice and gently. And then we're going to take a spoon and take that out of there. So what we'll do then, we'll insert a spoon in there nice and gently and just take out a nice chunk of pineapple, and we'll put that in our bowl. So once again, just take out the pineapple. So all we do, guys, we're just going to keep repeating the process nice and gently. What we don't want to do, we only want little chunks anyway, but what we don't want to do is actually come through this skin. Okay, that's our bowl for our fried rice. Now this is a very juicy pineapple. There's an awful lot of juice in here already. We're going to take the juice out as well. So that is our core, which is quite hard. So we just have to cut across nice and gently, and then cut across from the other side, and we should be able to take that main core out, and then we just scoop the rest out. So we don't want this core, guys, it's too hard. Okay, it's actually very tasty, but we don't want it. So all we need to do now is take out the remainder of the pineapple and clean out the bowl. And just tip some juice in there. We don't want all that juice. Don't forget we're making fried rice. We don't want it too wet. So all we're going to do is nice and gently take out the remainder of the pineapple. So it's as easy as that. Very, very straightforward, very simple. So there we are, guys. There is our pineapple bowl scooped out. Now, we've got quite a good pineapple here, actually. Now, what you can have, because we're using the leaves on the end and we haven't cut through the leaves, it's quite stable. But if it wasn't stable, what you would do would shave off a little bit of the skin. Just shave a little bit off to make a flat base on the bottom. And then the pineapple sits still. Now we have our pineapple bowl all ready. We're going to put it on our serving plate, ready for our fried rice. So we can just put this to one side and crack on with the fried rice. Okay, what we need to do first, cube up some of this pineapple to use in our fried rice dish. So let's get some of this pineapple out of here that we've just taken out. Not the pulp. You know, the pulp we're going to use in a pineapple shake. We just take this pineapple out of here. That should be about enough. And all we're going to do, we're just going to cube it into small cubes. Oh. So nice and steady then. We've got some small cubes going on there. That's all we need. Now don't forget, you can make the cubes as big or as small as you like. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so all we need to do now is put our pineapple in our bowl, ready for our fried rice. Okay, good job. So we put that to one side and we need to cut some onions. So let's clean this down first with some kitchen towel. Just get rid of all this pineapple juice off here. Make it a bit easier, a bit cleaner to work. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we've got a couple of smallish onions here, and we're going to cut them into about the same size as our pineapple. So nice and easy then. So nice and easy, guys, no hassle, nice and small. Put our onions in a bowl and then we're good to go. Okay guys, we'll just cut a couple of spring onions. Obviously we don't want the root end, let's get rid of that. Have a look at the leaves, take the leaves off that we don't want, they're okay. Now guys, what we're going to do, because we're actually making fried rice, the white end of the onion, we can have about centimetre pieces, not a problem, okay? And then this end, we're going to cut very, very thinly for garnish. Okay, so this is going to be very small for garnish on the top and maybe a little bit in. Watch your fingers, nice and steady. And then we've got our garnish. That's more than enough. Okay, put our spring onion garnish in there. Be careful with this knife, it is absolutely razor sharp. So there's our garnish. So we've already got some garlic chopped up already, just to make it a little bit quicker. Right guys, with our shrimp, what we've got in here, okay, I've already taken the shells off the shrimp and cleaned them out, okay? Now, a couple of shrimp I've left the tails on because we're going to use those for show. Now these other shrimp, okay, we're just going to cut these across 2 centimetre pieces. So we've got nice bits of shrimp in our fried rice. Put back in there with our shrimp. Right guys, all we got to do now is boil up the shrimp. So we just have to put it on the stove. Right, let's get some heat on. Get the flame on. Now we want to bring this up to boiling, and then we'll put our shrimp in. Okay, we got the water to boiling, guys. What we need to do now is we need to add the big shrimp first, followed by the shrimp bits. Okay, so let's put this in here. So we'll put our shrimp in, nice and steady. They'll only take a few seconds to cook in this boiling water, and then we'll add the small shrimp bits. Now we'll put the small shrimp bits in there, let it all cook. There we go. Turn off the heat, and then we want to take our shrimp out. So we want the big shrimp in one bowl, because that's for show, and then we want the small shrimp bits in a different bowl for stir fry. Nice and steady. And that is our shrimp prepped for our dish. Perfect. Right guys, we've got our ingredients already prepped here. We've got our 1 day old rice, we've got our shrimp and our shrimp bits, eggs, our garnish onions, our chopped spring onions, roasted cashew nuts, some chopped garlic, our chopped onions. We have a lemon or lime where we're going to put a little squirt over the top. We have pineapple. And then for our seasonings, what we're going to use soy sauce, curry powder. Now the curry powder might be quite salty, so we have to be careful how much salt we add to the pan with the curry powder. We'll probably taste it first before adding any salt. And we have a little bit of sugar as well. So that's our ingredients and our seasoning. All we have to do now is crack on and put some oil in the wok and make our stir fry. So let's do that. Right, in with our garlic, guys. Give it a quick, because it's going to be very quick. In with our egg. In fact, what we're going to do, we're probably going to crack 2 eggs in there. Nice and steady. Get the eggs in. And then we'll give them just a little push. Turn the flame down. I think the flame's too high. Give it a nice little push through. And then we need to be adding our rice. So in with our rice. Give that a bit of a breaking up in there. This is all very steady, guys. It's very easy, you know. The rice is already cooked, don't forget. It's old rice, pre-cooked, and all we're doing is breaking up the clumps and giving it a little bit of a fry. So what we need to be doing now, we need to be going in with some onions. And what we're going to do, we're going to actually put those in as well as our onion. So in with the onions, give it a little toss through, nice and gently. We're already getting a little bit of colour in the pan there. Look, we got a bit of yellow, a bit of green going on already. It looks fantastic. See if we can get a little bit of charring on that rice. Turn up the flame a little bit. Let's give it a good cooking. Okay. That's cooking through nice and steady. And now we want to go in with the shrimp bit. So in with the shrimp. Give that a quick stir in. And now we might have to start watching the heat because this is a little bit too warm now. So let's turn that down a little bit. So we're down there. So we're down there, and now what we need to do is go in there with some soy sauce, about half a tablespoon. Okay, what we want then is about half a tablespoon of curry powder. Now we need to give this a stir through because this is starting to catch on the bottom, it's that hot. So give it a stir through, but we're getting that lovely toasted rice there without actually outburning anything. So that's looking fantastic already. So let's just control the heat a bit more and bring it down a little bit more. There's already a fantastic aroma coming off this. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just look at that. Right, what we're going to do, guys, we'll just give this a little taste and see how much salt or sugar we need in. Well, right, we're going to put in about half a tablespoon of sugar. Give that a quick stir in. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to put a pinch of salt in. We don't need much because the curry powder is already carrying the salt. So that's nice and steady. That's in there. Give that a quick stir through. Absolutely amazing. So what we do now is we'll add our pineapple. In fact, we'll put it all in. Give that a little toss over. Be careful with this, we don't want to break it all up. Right, we just cook this down a little bit. Try and take out some of that juice from the pineapple. We want it a little bit dry, but obviously not too dry. Because after all, it is fried rice. Okay, we want to add some cashew nuts. We'll probably add about half of those in there actually. That'll do. Give that a quick little stir in. Now we don't want to be cooking this for too long now. That looks absolutely superb. So we want to be putting in a pinch of green. Push that green in there. Stir it all through, and then we've got some green to serve up at the end. So that's it, guys. A bit of a shake of white pepper. Turn off the heat. Stir it all through, and we're done. How easy is that? So we just need to be serving this up. All we're going to do is put that inside our pineapple bowl. Absolutely fantastic. Right, guys, all that's left to do is put our shrimp on there. Nice and easy. Absolutely amazing. And then what we need to do then is add a little wedge of lemon and a little bit of coriander, and just look at that. Absolutely amazing. Right guys, my favorite time, as you all know. Let's give this a taste test. Oh guys, that is absolutely amazing. That is fantastic. Little bit of sweetness in there, a little bit of taste of the curry. You got the fried rice, the onions, got the shrimp. It's amazing. Now guys, we made this with shrimp, but you know, you can make this with chicken. It depends on what you like. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you next time.